tours that you absolutely gotta do in Palermo. You'll be kicking yourself for the rest of your life. We are here to make memories and no regrets before we head up to the pearly gates and chill with Bottega, Zeus and Michael Jackson, right? And a bunch of them, but I'm gonna lay down the ones that in my humble opinion are the best. Pick whatever you like, but make sure you book before they are full up. Don't be a cheapskate and cough up the dough. You are already dropping a lot of cash to get to Palermo. You don't wanna trip at the finish line, right? Numero uno, the street food tour. If you've got only one shot, go all in on this tour. Palermo is the freaking European capital of street food, and I'm talking about hot dogs and french fries, but a culinary paradise with a zillion recipes to blow your mind. A guide will take you around our street markets and stuff your face with the best grub in town and tell all the cool stories behind these century-old recipes. I get it, you could wander around the street markets and try some stuff on your own, but let's be real, you won't have a clue of what the hell you are putting in your mouth and the story behind it. Also, you'll probably end up getting ripped off and paying double for everything. The magic happens not just with the guide feeding you, but with all the cool stories behind every bite. Take our cannoli, for example. Legend has it that it was invented by the concubines of some Arab king in Sicily as a tribute to his penis, royal jewel. It's a kind of juicy gossip that you'll get, and it's worth retelling at every dinner party for the rest of your life. Link for this tour in the description, check it out. Another tour you should consider is a guided walking tour of the historic Sen. Now that's not because you need somebody to hold your hand to keep you from getting lost, it's for a way bigger reason. But it must be passed around like a hot potato throughout its history, conquered by over 15 different civilizations. Each of them has left its own mark on the city. For this reason, we have got one of the biggest historic centers in all of Europe. Some say it's the biggest, others say as Lisbon has got the biggest. You know, everyone claims to have the biggest, right? Anyway, what's the problem here? And unless you are some kind of Sicilian history nerd, which I doubt, you'll be wandering around with a dumb, clueless look on your face for not getting what the hell is going on around you. Ignorance might be bliss, but knowledge is power. When you do a guided walking tour, a guide will fill in the blanks with stories about, like, for example, the Teatro Massimo, which is the biggest opera house in Italy and the third one in all of Europe. Here they filmed The Godfather Part 3, that is a story about a cursed step you should watch out for, by the way. And there is also a creepy story with the mafia involved. That's the kind of stuff you will never know if you wander around on your own. Best walking tours down in the description. For the blood and murder buffs out there, there is one tour you absolutely can miss. Mafia walking tour. Now let's not bullshit ourselves. I'd like to say that the mafia doesn't exist, but it does, unfortunately, and Sicily and the mafia have been intertwined for longest time. Now for most foreigners, the mafia is all about a cool Marlon Brando and the offer you can't refuse crap. But for us Sicilians, it's a double freaking royal pain in the ass, like the worst kind of cancer has wiped out all the good that the island had to offer. And on this tour, a guide will take you around to the bloody places and tell you real stories, no Hollywood crap, or the freaking plague the mafia's been for us and all the people who died fighting them. You'll see why this shit ain't fun for Sicilians. It's emotional, eye-opening, and totally worth it. Links in the description. Don't even think about leaving Sicily without learning at least one damn recipe. Scientists have proven that if you do, you'll be calling yourself an asshole for the next 7 years straight. Listen, we Sicilians have a lot of flaws, the mafia, lazzevo, blah blah blah, but damn, we can cook. We have great street food, we invented cannoli, gelato, ice cream, pasta and pizza can do our thing. And don't forget about all the amazing Mediterranean dishes that will make your taste buds dance. So skill that cheesy souvenir, that Godfather t-shirt, the magnet, the music box. Go to a cooking class and learn a skill that you can actually use. There is a cooking class for everyone. Pasta, pizza, gelato, cannoli, street food, etc, etc. I've got an American friend who found her husband with the cannoli recipe she she learned here. Make me a great cannoli and I'll put a ring on it, I promise. For the best cooking classes, check the links in the description. If you are into wine, you can't leave Palermo without doing a wine tasting. As I said, as Sicilians may be a bit messed up, but we are the freaking European champions of all the deadly six. Sicilian wines are legendary. They won a ton of awards, and skipping a wine tasting is a crime. They sit you down and make you try different regional wines paired with some local snack. This is the dolce vita. It's a must do. You live happy with your taste buds doing the Macarena and seeing double. What more could you ask for? The link is in the description. Alright, do you know those little cars, the Fiat 500s? In Italy, these are as iconic as gelato, pasta, pizza, mozzarella and cannoli. They are a piece of Italian history, and they blew up in the post-war period when Italians were all about making money, getting high and getting laid. I remember my grandpa, rest in peace, with that goofy grin on his face whenever he saw one. Anyway, in Palermo there is a tour where you hop on one of these little cars and cruise through the streets. It's like you are in a freaking movie. You'll go to the historic center, along the seaside, and even out to Monteleone. Every now and then they'll stop so you can grab a coffee, a cannoli, or whatever. If you can drive a stick shift, do it. It's a no-brainer. For me, it's the most fun tour you can do in Palermo, hands down. As always, check the link in that description. Another tour you gotta do in Sicily before leaving is a boat tour. Even the freaking walls know that Sicily has some of the clearest waters in all of Europe, and if you come here in the summer, you gotta go for a swim. Going out on a boat tour, that's a different ballgame. There's this Japanese tourist that once told me, and I will never expect that from a Japanese dude, that going to the beach in Sicily without taking a boat tour is like flirting and making out with a hobby and never getting them in bed. I was like, wow, seriously? But he made this point. There are boat tours all over the place. Mondello, San Vito Lo Capo, Cefalù and beyond. Take you swimming, snorkeling, sunbathing to hidden coves with beautiful crystal waters. Bellissimo. Check the links in the description for my top pick.